What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I'm back with another video. And today I got my top 4 NBA player props for the day. And before we get into this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, as well as leaving a comment on this video down below too, because all of those things really help the channel out a ton. They really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. And I overall really would appreciate it, guys, because it is extremely helpful, even if you don't realize it. And it takes literally 1 second to do all those things. So make sure to do them right now. And then before we get into today's plays, I want to talk a little bit about Sleeper. So Sleeper is now live in Canada for anybody who's watching in Canada, and they are running a RJ Barrett discounted square for tonight, 19.5 to 15.5 points. He definitely should cover this. The Raptors playing for nothing. He's getting all the shots. And then also a Jalen Brunson free square for tonight. So make sure to get access to both the free square and the discounted square when you sign up for Sleeper today. And make sure to use code FF23 at checkout. Code FF23 for an 100% match on your first deposit up to $500. So make sure to do both of those things. Make sure to sign up for Sleeper. And yeah, guys, it'll be the top link down below in the description. But that's all I've really got. My basketball team today hired Mark Pope as the head coach. So curious how that's going to work. Born and raised in Kentucky, diehard Kentucky fan. So curious about that. But without further ado, let's get into today's player props. So first off, I got Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points versus the Pacers. So the Pacers allow the most points per game in the NBA to shooting guards this season. The Pacers also allow the highest field goal percentage in the NBA to shooting guards this season. Mitchell went for 38 points in his only game versus the Pacers this season. So in his only matchup versus the Pacers, Mitchell covered this line with absolute ease. I think he'll be able to do that once again. The Cavs are also still playing for seeding. Mitchell will definitely play heavy minutes in this matchup. Cavs, they are still playing for something. It's not like they're playing for absolutely nothing. Donovan Mitchell, one of the best guards in the NBA, facing off against the team that struggles the most versus his position in the NBA. This should be a dream matchup for Donovan Mitchell. This should be a matchup that Donovan Mitchell will be able to exploit and have a huge night. And overall, I think he is going to have a huge night. I think he's going to perform really well. So Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points versus the Pacers is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Anthony Edwards over 26.5 points versus the Hawks. So the Hawks allow the fourth most points per game in the NBA to shooting guards this season. The Hawks allow the fourth highest field goal percentage in the NBA to shooting guards this season. Edwards went for 31 points in his first matchup versus the Hawks this season. This is a great matchup for Edwards. He should be able to go off. Edwards, 1,000%, should be able to have a really big game tonight. He should be able to perform really well, shoot the ball really efficiently, and things like that. And this Hawks team is absolutely horrible defensively. They've been, I'm pretty sure, the worst defensive team in the NBA since the All-Star break. Don't think that's going to change tonight. I think Anthony Edwards should be able to have a pretty big night. And overall, I think he's going to have a big night. So Anthony Edwards over 26.5 points versus the Hawks is my second play of the day. Next up, I got SGA over 28.5 points versus the Bucks. So the Bucks allow the fourth most points per game in the NBA to point guards this season. This is an important game still for Thunder fighting for the number 1 seed. They're going to want to perform well. They're going to try their best to perform well tonight. SGA is going to play his normal minutes. He's going to get his normal shots. Lots of the Bucks players are not going to be playing tonight. Giannis is not going to be playing. The Bucks allow the highest field goal percentage in the NBA to point guards as well. So they really struggle versus the point guard position. They're overall just not very good whatsoever versus the point guard position defensively. And SGA played horrible in that first matchup versus the Bucks. He should bounce back and play much better tonight. He was absolutely awful in that first matchup. I don't expect that again tonight. I expect him to be much better. I expect him to be much more efficient. And overall, I think he will be much better tonight. So SGA over 28.5 points versus the Bucks is my third play of the day. Lastly, for my fourth and final play, I got Anthony Davis over 36.5 points plus rebounds versus the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies allow the fourth most points per game in the NBA to centers over the last month. The Grizzlies allow the eighth most rebounds per game in the NBA to centers over the last month. This is a great matchup for Davis, and the Lakers are still playing for something. He will be extremely aggressive. The Lakers are fighting for that 8 seed, and the reason they really want that 8 seed is because if you get that 8 seed, you have if you get that 8 seed, you have the advantage because now you only have to win one game instead of two games to get into the playoffs. So Anthony Davis definitely wants that 8 seed. He's going to want to perform really well tonight. And the Lakers have a really good shot of still getting that 8 seed because all they need to do is win tonight. And then they need the Warriors to lose to the Pelicans, which obviously the Warriors are not going to be favored in that game. The Pelicans should be able to win that game. And then they need the Suns to beat the Kings, and the Suns definitely should beat the Kings as well. So definitely a good chance that both of these things can happen, and Anthony Davis can cover, and the Lakers can get that 8 seed. So Anthony Davis over 36.5 points plus rebounds versus the Grizzlies is my fourth and final play. So those were my top 4 NBA player props for the day. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video and you do want to see more content from me, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below because all of those things really help the channel out a ton and they really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day, guys. We only got 3 days left of the regular season in the NBA. Then we're on to the play-in and playoffs. But yeah, that's really all I got for this video. I hope you all did enjoy this video. And without further ado, I'll see you all in the next one.